วัสดีค่ะ Welcome to the Nation Daily. This is for 28th of December 2023. Thai Prime Minister Srettha owns wealth values of 650 million baht, including a 50 million baht luxury car and 38 watches. Thailand's corruption watchdog made public today. Bangkok, Phuket and Pattaya secure spots among most visited cities globally in 2023, with 22.78 million international visitors to Thailand's capital. The Thailand Cyber Wellness Index 2023 reveals that the group most vulnerable to cyber threats comprises internet users over 60 years old. Food supply expert states that the increasing demand for sustainable products is a trend that will lead the world toward carbon neutrality as sustainability aligns with consumers' needs. And GISDA revealed satellite images from Cosmos SkyMed 4 on December 28, identifying flooding areas in the lower south totaling approximately 13,416 hectares of land. First, let's go to the wealth of the leader of our country, Prime Minister Srettha. He was a business tycoon. He used to work in real estate. He has been working on the top rank in a top company of Thailand for so long. So it's not surprising if his net worth or his wealth look kind of flashy, and some people will think it's look kind of fancy when you compare to other prime minister we had. And one of the items that become news is because of all these luxury watches that he owned, 38 of them. So as mandated by anti-corruption laws, individuals holding political positions must declare their assets and debt as well as those of their spouses within 60 days of assuming office. Thai Prime Minister Srettha owns wealth value of 650 million baht, including a 50 million baht luxury car and 38 watches. The Office of National Anti-Corruption Commission or NACC revealed that Thai Prime Minister has 1 million baht in cash, almost 69 million baht in deposits across 47 bank accounts, and over 1.3 million in investment. He also owns a piece of land in Bangkok, which is worth 158.4 million baht, and other building assets worth over 156 million baht in several provinces. As for vehicles, he owns an Aston Martin DB5, which is valued at 50 million baht. He told the reporters that the vehicle is a vintage 1963 model that appears in the most recent James Bond film, which was shot in Italy. He said that the car was his personal favorite. Well, if you love those kind of things, nothing wrong with that if you can afford it. Other assets include 38 watches worth almost 122 million baht, 6 amulets, a gold necklace, and a Louis Vuitton X Supreme chest that worth 6 million baht. The PM also has debt of about 10.1 million baht. So about the car and watches, what I can say is, it's like, if you love handbags, those handbags that can cost like 1 million baht or a couple 100,000 baht, or shoes and diamonds and whatnot. So I guess it's pretty much the same thing. You can afford it, things that make you happy. Why not, right? Next story. We will go to this poll. It's actually by the Retail Payment Processing Corporation that they gather all the information, and they found that Bangkok is the most visited city in the world. So Bangkok, Phuket and Pattaya secure spots among the top most visited cities globally in 2023. Bangkok has welcomed 22.78 million international visitors in this year alone, followed by Paris and London. The report by the Payment Processing Corporation MasterCard also shows that Phuket ranked 14 with 9.89 million visitors and Pattaya ranked 15 with 9.44 million visitors. Bangkok maintained its top position in the ranking for another year thanks to its vibrant street life, ornate shrines, and vibrant food scene. Even though Phuket has dropped from 12th to 14th this year. It won kudos for its beach blitz and Kart Islands, encompassing 2 national parks and many islands to attract visitors. Phuket Town also offers museums, cooking classes, Chinese shrines, and wildlife sanctuaries to keep things fresh. Advancing 3 places to 15th this year, Pattaya was praised for its endless beach fun and party-themed central area. Now also another research by a service provider company, an internet service provider company, AIS, has just revealed that among those internet users, the group that are most vulnerable to cyber threat are the elderly, specifically age 60 and over. The Thailand Cyber Wellness Index 2023 reveals that the group most vulnerable to cyber threats comprises internet users over 60 years old. This is according to statistics from the Cybercrime Investigation Bureau. Cybercrime-related damages this year have reached as high as 50 billion baht. The index also reveals that residents in the north and west regions of Thailand have the lowest digital skills compared to those in other regions. The index analysis was provided by an expert from telecom giant AIS, who reported that it has recorded over 1.6 million reports of suspected scams and cyber threats via the Spam Report Center since its opening in April last year. The most reported issues are online scams that lure victims into buying products and services, which is total to 41.23%, responsible for over 2.3 billion baht in damages. Other popular scams involve part-time jobs, loan services, and online investment. Other interesting findings from this index include that most Thais, when I say most, it's almost 88%, are aware of and understand the cyberbullying problem, which is a good thing. And a significant number of them, almost half, so 49 something percent, are engaged in digital relationships. Next story, we will go to something about sustainability. There is a research shows that consumers in Thailand more and more aware of the supply chain and more sustainable, responsible food supply to whatever they're eating or they are ordering. Food supply experts said that the increasing demand for sustainable products is a trend that will lead the world toward carbon neutrality as sustainability aligns with consumer needs. This is an expert from Ingredient Thailand, which is an ingredient solutions provider company. They said that the trend is being driven by climate change, the business environment, economic challenges, and increasing population amidst limited natural resources. Their survey showed that this year, 22% of Thai consumers said that environment and sustainable practices are among the top 3 criteria they consider when choosing products compared to just 3% 2 years ago. So the company has launched a program to ensure sustainable product throughout its supply chain to achieve 25% reduction in greenhouse gas emission and 100% avoidance of waste to landfill by 2030. The company said that their challenge is how to communicate with partners on sustainable development, especially farmers in Thailand who are usually familiar with traditional cultivation practices.
We find that the improvements and initiatives we have in sustainability make our operations more efficient, make our employees more inspired, and really drive benefit that our consumers recognize in the ingredients we produce in their foods and consumer-based products.
Now, when we talk to farmers, this is the latest images reviewed by GISDA. It's a satellite images shows the area that is being flooded in the south of Thailand. A lot of them is actually agricultural land. There's some farming, fish farming, and livestock farming as well. GISDA reviewed satellite images from Cosmos SkyMet 4 on December 28, identifying flooding areas in the 4 provinces, that totaling approximately 13,416 hectares. The most affected province is Pattani with 6,940 hectares flooded, followed by 5,000 hectares in Narathiwat province, over 1,200 hectares in Yala province, and about 256 hectares in Songkhla province. The most affected area is the rice-growing region. Additionally, there are other agricultural areas in low-lying regions, including residential communities and some transportation routes. The Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives also reported areas affected by flood covering 5 provinces: Yala, Pattani, Narathiwat, Songkhla, and Satun. That survey shows that crops affected in 3 provinces, Yala, Pattani, and Narathiwat, with over 35% being rice paddies, followed by other vegetables and fruit farms. And also in Yala and Narathiwat provinces, 1,420 fish farmers are being affected. And over 13,400 livestock farmers in Narathiwat province are being affected as well. And they even tally the farm animals. A total of 181,655 farm animals in that province are being affected by flood. This includes cattle, buffalo, pigs, goats, sheep, and poultry. So the survey also said that the situation looking better. The water is subsided, the water level is down. Hopefully, if there's no more rain, everything should be recovered really soon. But if you've been through some flood before, when things got flood and damages, it needs time to recover, especially if it's agricultural land. There's a lot to be done to help them get back to their feet. Hopefully, they will have a better year in 2024. And that's wrap up the last edition of Nation Daily of year 2023. For more news, you can log on to our website, nationthailand.com. And you can follow our social media. We have X, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. And until we see you next time, สวัสดีค่ะ